Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome everybody live to tonight's game. Hilldale Hornets will take on the Stilwell Indians. Do appreciate everyone tuning in with us tonight. We are on a mobile hotspot tonight, so we do apologize if it's a little choppy. We hope to get the best reception we can here in Stilwell, America. The Hornets look to rebound off of two tough losses. Last couple weeks, I know they've had a great week of practice and look to rebound, get a good solid win here against Stilwell Indians. The Hornets will receive tonight's kickoff. Looks like we have Jace Walker, Lamarion Burton, and Eric Virgil back to return for the Hornets. Kick is up and away. Looks like it will be fielded by number 1, Eric Virgil for the Hornets. Yeah, Virgil scampers up to about the 30-yard line where the Hornets will take over 1st and 10. We are joined again tonight by our fearless leader at the high school, Mr. Coach Josh Nixon. Josh, welcome to another game. Thanks for doing it with me.
Thank you, Mr. Grandstaff. I appreciate you having me back. I kind of figured out it might be a one and done.
Absolutely not. Good run outside by Lamarion. Looks like he'll carry the ball up to what looks to be about the 44-yard line. Bring up 1st and 10 for the Hornets, again from the 44-yard line.
That's a great start by the offense. That's what you want to see. First play, first down, get to moving the ball, get in an early rhythm.
The give is to Virgil. Tough run up to about the 48, 49-yard line for the Hornets. We had number 6, Brayson Lawson, going in motion there for the Hornets. Came out in a doubles look. Looks like we're going to Hornets try to establish the run early here. Again, doubles look for the Hornets. Lamarion Burton in motion. Pass is complete to number 6, Brayson Lawson, to the 45-yard line.
Got a flag down.
Is a flag on the play. Looks like it'll be a legal motion against the Hornets. Didn't quite get everybody set. That'll take the Hornets back to almost the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 11 for the Hornets. Again, doubles look. Jace Walker in motion. The give is to Virgil. Virgil, tough run up to about the 46-yard line for the Hornets. That'll bring up 3rd and 7 for the Hornets.
Still staying in that doubles and then trips look. Like to see him maybe take advantage of Logan Harper's size out here on the outside right here. Great catch.
Pass is complete to number 6, Brayson Lawson. what looks like to be up to the 45-yard line will be enough for the first down for the Hornets.
That's a good play right there. Getting David out of the pocket, giving him that option, run or pass, getting multiple receivers over there. That's a good look right there. Take advantage of our athleticism.
It's like swing passes to Burton. Nice. He's got such a quick first step there, gets upfield. That ball will be marked at the 35-yard line. Second and short for the Hornets.
And you like to see the play calling right here, taking full advantage of our athleticism, getting the ball out to multiple guys, taking advantage of the things that we do best. Oh, great play by the quarterback.
That was almost made something out of nothing. Tough play there, got away from pressure. Didn't lose any yards there.
Well, we do have another flag down in the backfield.
Looks like it will be holding against the Hornets.
I kind of go back to what we talked about the last time I was with you, Coach. Just got to have good mental discipline right here. Got to make sure you're focused, doing those little things right, and not shooting yourself in the foot.
Absolutely. The Hornets will take second down from the 44-yard line. Snap is to David.
Great job. That's who you want to see get their hands on the ball, too.
Yes, nice pitch and catch there. Catch is by number 12, our kicker, Jackson Whitaker. Great first move. Got upfield. Give is to Virgil. Another tough run there by Virgil. Looks like it'll be good for another Hilldale Hornet first down. Ball up to the 25-yard line for the Hornets. Doubles formation for the Hornets. The give is to Virgil. Virgil looks to bounce it outside and does get stopped. It's like maybe a game for a yard there for the Hornets.
Would really like to see him just stick his nose in there and just keep moving forward. Don't try to bounce outside. Get behind one of those big linemen and just see if maybe you can pop one right there through the middle.
He is a big, strong kid.
Well, it looks like we had several guys moving that time, but there's nobody that's going to catch him. And we're in for a touchdown, Coach.
And that is for a touchdown by the Hornets. Looks like there was a little bit of confusion there, but it resulted well for the Hornets. Hornets do go up 6-0 over the Stilwell Indians with 9:12 left here in our first quarter. I do apologize. We got a little bit of a small booth. Can't quite get that corner of the end zone in the video frame.
But it's another great play call right there. Getting the ball in a playmaker's hands, somebody that can take advantage of his athleticism and his speed. And I think that'll be a matchup problem probably all night.
I do, and you had Jace Walker there in the backfield, which is something that we haven't seen this year. Looked like he was in and kind of led block for that jet sweep. Gave us numbers over there to that side, and worked out well for us. So Hornets come out, opening drive, 7-0 against the Stilwell Indians. 9 minutes, 12 seconds left here in our opening quarter. And, Coach, we had a couple tough penalties on that, but responded well and came out with the touchdown.
We did, and that's something I think you really want to see if you're on that sideline too as one of the coaches is how are we going to, react when there's a little bit of adversity, but you also want to see too what's going to happen. I mean, are we going to come out focused or, are we going to – it's an easy game to not have your head in right here. Stilwell comes in, obviously struggling a little bit this year. We've had several wins, good wins against them in the past. So it would be a game where you could easily overlook these guys. But I think the coaching staff has probably harped on that all week, 1 week at a time. We're in district play. We're sitting at 0-2. This is a game you've got to win.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Came off 2 tough losses there. Played hard. Didn't get the win and look to get rolling here the next few weeks. Get some things underneath your belt. Get ready for those couple big games. Every game's a big game now that we're in district play, and See if we can come out and get another win this week.
And I'll be interested to see what we do defensively right here. Hopefully we get a good kick from Jackson, puts it in the end zone, and puts them in a tough spot where they've got to go, 80 yards. And I'd like to see just how our defense responds tonight.
Whitaker on the kicking duties for the Hornets. Good tackle made there by, it looks like number 25 for the Hornets. Looks like the Stilwell Indians will start the ball off at the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Indians with 9 minutes left here in our first quarter. Looks like Stilwell comes out in an H-back look. Tight end opposite side. Do look to throw.
Great pick.
Great pick there.
That is a great job by Logan Harper at the end, and Kason Albin.
Great job. Logan Harper got his hands up. Looks like that's probably something we've seen on film before. Logan makes a great initial push, gets his hands in there, and then Kason just makes an athletic play right there.
So what I would like to see is throw the dang ball right here to Logan Harper, deep down here in this corner. And let's see if that cornerback from Stilwell can match him athletically. Get a turnover. Let's go for a quick score right here.
Give is the number 6, Brayson Lawson. Makes a nice cut up. Still on his feet. Looks like he will go out of bounds at about the 2 or 3 yard line. We do have a flag on the play, though.
And again, you really like what you're seeing offensively. We're getting the ball in playmakers' hands. We're making the defense go sideline to sideline, really stretching them out. What you'd like to see is, as they started kind of spreading out, then you probably get one with Eric Virgil up the middle. A big gain happening soon.
And it does look like, we got some good athletes, a lot of team speed, and we're taking advantage of it. Doing a lot of stuff to the outside, a lot of jet pre-snap motion, kind of hitting it humming. Trips to the bottom. Give is to Virgil. Virgil makes a nice cut.
Does a great job right there. Could have been stopped in the backfield real easily, but makes a guy miss and turns that negative play into something positive. And then we get like about a 7-yard, 8-yard pickup right there.
Be 2nd and 4 for the Hornets. Hornets do look to throw the ball. It is complete to Lamarion Burton, number 7, met immediately by Stilwell Indian. Looks like he will take a loss on the play. Bring up 3rd and 6 for the Hornets. Loss of 2 right there. Good job hanging on to the ball there, but a tough play there.
And it was a good read by the cornerback from Stilwell. He fought through that block, recognized that play, and he does a good job right there, because if he doesn't get there, that may be another touchdown for Lamarion.
Hornets look to throw the ball.
Wide open. Attaboy.
That is complete. I do think that is number 13, Logan Harper.
Yes, it is.
You always like to see the drive in like that, a guy that can cause the turnover that started you, and he gets to finish it on offense.
Absolutely. A little football karma.
That's how it goes. Score does put the Hornets up 13-0 over Stilwell Indians with 7:38 left here in our opening quarter. Jackson Whitaker in on the kicking duties for the Hornets.
So I want to go back to what we were talking about on the kickoff. I want to see how the defense responds. They responded great.
They responded well, absolutely. Kick is up and it is good. Puts the Hornets up 14-0 over the Stilwell Indians.
And I don't know on that last kickoff if that was an intentional kick or if maybe he just missed it. It almost looked like it was Charlie Brown right there, but I didn't see Lucy out there to move the ball. So
it was a little bit of a squib kick.
I haven't seen any film on Stilwell, but I would venture a guess that we have guys that can run with everybody that they've got. So I would probably think that we would kick it deep. He's up at the 10. very confident that Jackson can put it in the end zone anytime he wants to.
Jackson does have a big leg. He is such a nice weapon to have. It looks like we are going to set up on the hash mark for this kick. See what the Hornets have in store. Kick is up and away. Kind of high pooching kick. Fielded at about the 25-yard line. Fair catch was made. Stilwell Indians will take over. 1st and 10 on the 25.
You know, as I was looking out over the defense earlier, we just had the one play, but it seemed like we have some new faces out there defensively. You know, Logan Harper is one of those. I think number 54 and number 3, a couple of new guys out there.
Yep, looks like we got Mr. Branch come out there, number 54, getting playing with his hand in the ground. Look like we got number 3, Connor Cottrell, playing a little bit of middle linebacker for the Hornets tonight.
And again, what you'd really like to see, especially on that sideline, no matter what number you got out there, whoever it is, you want somebody flying to the football.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's just see some great effort. Great. That is a great job blocking up front by the Stilwell line. Opened a huge hole. Great run right there.
That run is up to about the 48, maybe 49-yard line in Hornet territory. Will be 1st down for the Stilwell Indians. Trips to the top for the Indians.
Ooh,
have helmet come off. It looks
right
like,
there.
And I think that tackle was made by our 2 new faces there on the defense. Number 3, Connor Cottrell, and by 4, Mr. Branchcombe.
And it looked like they came right back to that same play. Our guys did a much better job recognizing that and closing that hole down a lot quicker.
Sure. And, you know, lots of times that's what you want to tell your defensive ends, you know, to squeeze down as much as you can squeeze down, play flat. That run is up to the 44-yard line for the Indians. Be 3rd and 6 for the Indians. Indians come out, trips to the top. Give his to tailback. Great fit there. Again, we got Branchcombe, Cottrell, and looks like Michael Easer in on that play. Great job fitting. Great job by Branchcombe getting off a block right there. Good defensive play right there. 4th down and 6 for the Indians.
Let's see what our special teams does tonight, too.
Looks like Easer, or not Easer, Mr. Lawson will be back to return for the Hornets.
And always dangerous when he's got the ball in his hands.
Sure.
He can take it to the house. Great job right there, Case and Albin, getting some pressure put on him. And this is where it can get dangerous. And we've already got a flag down. And he's still going. Great effort right there.
Nice cut back there and got up the sidelines. We do have a flag on the play. Lawson returned the ball up to about the 38-yard line. We will see what the flag is. Blocking the back against the Hornets, looks like is the call.
And that is something that we're definitely going to have to get cleaned up as we move through this game. It's those kind of mistakes that allows teams that maybe shouldn't stay in a ball game with you, they're able to stay in that game.
Hornets will take over on the 22-yard line. Come out in a doubles look. Marion Burton in motion for the Hornets. The give is to number 1, Eric Virgil. Eric bounces it outside, gets about to the 25-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 7, maybe 2nd and 6 for the Hornets.
It looks like we've got man coverage down here on the bottom.
Give is to Virgil.
There it is. Just keep running hard, young man.
You see that offensive line wearing down that defensive line of the Stilwell Indians.
And that is
bring up 3rd and short for the Hornets.
That's about as short of a 3rd and short as
that is. That is close. Good run, about 5 yards there. Will be good for a Hornet first down. Move the chains. Trips to the bottom for the Hornets. Give is to number 22, Jace Walker. Hornets do look to throw. The ball is wide open to number 3, Connor Cottrell.
Yeah, that's going to be, we got another flag. That should be on Stilwell this time. We should get about 15 more yards tacked on to the end of that play. Number 20 is just dragging our offensive lineman down by his face mask after he had gotten blocked. Oh, whoa, what are we doing?
One of those, I don't think the ref saw the initial part of the play, and it looks like he's going to call holding against the Hornets.
Holy cow. And again, I'm going to go back to a previous statement. I know I'm going to be a homer announcer, but number 20 from Stilwell dragged East, number 57 for us, drug him 5 yards and then pulled him down by his face mask. So I'm not sure how you missed that. That's a big swing right there in yardage, but I feel very confident. We've run the ball well. We passed the ball well. We can overcome that penalty.
Doubles look for the Hornets. Lamarion Burton, number 7, in motion. Hornets do look to throw it.
Good move.
It's complete to number 6, Connor Cottrell. Makes a nice move and gets upfield. Gets us back to the original line of scrimmage, where it will be 3rd and 10 for the Hornets.
And again, anytime he's got the ball in his hands, he's dangerous. He's going to try to make a play. Took a short gain, got us back to that original line of scrimmage. That's what you like to see, just a lot of good efforts.
Hornets do look to throw the ball out of the trips look. Like David elects to keep it. About a 2-yard, maybe 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 4th and 7 for the Hornets. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here in our opening quarter. Jackson Whitaker doing the punting duties for the Hornets. Punt is away.
Oh, good roll right there.
A nice roll in favor of the Hornets. It's like number 7, Lamarion Burton.
Looks like it's going to be, the beanbag was tossed around the 10-yard line. And he's standing down, oh goodness, maybe inside the 5 or right at it. I think they're going to mark that at the 10, looks like. Great punt, great roll.
It was. That was a big flip of field position there. Will be 1st and 10 for the Indians from their 11.
Looks like we've got Jackson Whitaker and Isaac Gonzalez down here, and Logan Harper sliding out on this trips. That is a great job of Logan Harper, recognizing immediately that it's a run, coming off his guy, forcing him back inside. Good job. I don't know who the initial hit was, but we do have Jace Walker coming in there and cleaning it up. Jace does a good job of that from that safety position. He is going to come in and he's going to fill a gap, or he's going to hit somebody hard. So that's what you want to see out of that safety.
Absolutely, coming downhill hard, making a fit. You know, those safety positions are tough to account for when you're blocking somebody. It's usually an open space, and so when you got a guy that'll come down and fit like that. Pass does go incomplete by the Indians. That will bring up third down.
And that's a good idea right there. We're being pretty aggressive. It looked like our corner did get blocked on the inside. Jace was getting over there quick. So don't know if it would have been a huge gain, but it was a good idea on that play. Maybe a little bit lucky that he dropped that because they may have gotten a first down.
Indians do look to throw the ball.
Oh,
passes up and picked off.
Great breeze.
Second interception there for the Hornets, and I do believe that is number 33, Jace Walker for the Hornets.
That's a great job of reading the quarterback, seeing where he's looking, and just going and making a good play and setting your offense up in a good spot to go get another touchdown here in the first quarter.
Absolutely. We had some pressure up front there that made things a little unfavorable for that rollout attempt by the Indians, and safeties read it well. Came up and made a play. Will be 1st and 10, Hornets, from about the 15-yard line.
Good move right there.
And David scrambles for about a 2-yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd and 8, maybe 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 there for the Hornets.
And that's just a good job of recognizing what you've got or what you don't have, avoiding that sack and getting at least something positive out of it.
.37 seconds left here in our opening quarter. Hornets are up 14-0 over the Stilwell Indians.
Coach, here's a new look.
Like we went on a little bit of a heavy set with the fullback.
He did, and he looks like he has run himself into the end zone.
He did. That's a good.
That is.
It's good old school football. That is. Running downhill. That was impressive by that front group for the Hornets.
And a nice hole right there opened up. Good job by number 1, Eric Virgil, hitting the hole, then running hard there as he got into the secondary and into that second level. Really a great way to end that drive.
That does put the Hornets, absolutely, puts the Hornets up 20-0 over Stilwell Indians. 24 seconds left here in our opening quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. 21-0. Hornets in favor over the Stilwell Indians.
And we talked about that on the ride up. Junior high plays last night. They line up and run a football. Now we see that out of the high school group. Just something that you think if you're just struggling to find the right word, I want to make sure I'm saying the right thing, but when you feel like you are physically better than your opponent, there's really no better feeling than to go out there and prove that.
It is. I think running the ball downhill, kind of imposing your will, certainly makes play calling a little bit easier.
Absolutely. And when you're on the other side of that, and you get that feeling like you can't stop it, and you know it's coming again and again, it can get a little demoralizing.
It can. Whitaker in doing the kicking duties for the Hornets. Kick is away. It is fielded. Hornets put a little bit of pressure on that reception. Looks like number 7, Lamarion Burton, was down the field first for the Hornets. You know, that high pooch kick with somebody screaming down your throat, that can be a tough thing to handle.
It can be very intimidating.
I assume that's what the Hornets are going for.
Looks like we got a few new numbers out on defense this time. Oh, got a little late substitution there. Maybe didn't have everybody out.
Good job squeezing there. Squeezing that gap down, forcing that back to bounce it, and then good backside pursuit there by the Hornets. Really making it difficult for the Indians to run the ball.
And when you have defensive ends, especially like number 19, Braden Smith, that is that quick and can run that play down, and that hole's not there and it gets closed down and the running back has to bounce it, it's going to make it real tough. You're going to have to be pretty athletic and pretty quick to get around that end.
Yep, makes it if that first option isn't available. We're usually in for the tackle quickly after that, which is nice. Did a good job there by our ends to squeeze everything down. Good defensive play right there for the Hornets. Does bring us to the end of our first quarter. Hornets are up 21-0 over the Stilwell Indians.
And really a great quarter right there.
Yes.
Other than the penalties, really what you want to see after coming off the last 2 weeks where we struggled to run the ball and to do the things that we feel like we can do well, come out tonight in the first quarter and establish the run. We've established the passing game. Defense seems to be flying to the football. So what you really want to see here in the second half is probably a lot more of the same, and then let's clean up those mental errors and see if we can't get 21 more points.
Yeah, I would say the same. I think we've been playing fast, been tackling well, playing hard. Let's see if we can continue this into halftime. Second 15 for the Indians from the 20-yard line. Indians do look to throw the ball. Little bubble screen. Hornets play it well. Looks like a gain of about 4 for the Indians. Looks like Joey Myers was in on that tackle. Brayson Lawson in on that tackle.
And I don't think that's going to be real successful for the Indians is getting outside. I don't think that their team speed matches up quite to what our team speed is. It seemed like the few plays that they were successful, they were running right up the middle, and that's we may see some more of that. And as soon as I say that, he gets outside.
and that's tough when we go single coverage there on the top with trips away, which is usually what you see up there, and the quarterback just makes a play and scrambles and gets a few. It's not end of the world for the Hornets for sure. They still flew to the football. We only got about a 3 to 4 yard gain out of that play. Brings up 4th down. But I'm with you. I think our team speed on the defense is something that really makes things difficult, especially if we're playing well up front. Kick is a high, short kick, fielded by Brayson Lawson for the Hornets. Makes a cut, gets upfield.
And there is another stinking flag.
And we do have a flag on the play. The ball was returned up to what looks to be about the 40-yard line, but we do have a flag on the play.
We do. The crew is earning their money tonight. There have been a lot of flags.
Let's see what the call on the field is. Blocking the back against the Hornets. Looks like to be the call. And we'll back them up, and the Hornets will start on the 50-yard line, 1st and 10 Hornets, with 11 minutes left to play in our first half.
And I'm really hoping that we come back out. I'd like to see us come back out in that I formation again. I know we're in double set, but I'd really like to see that, a little power football.
Chase Walker, motion. Eric Virgil on the carry. Makes a nice cut, gets upfield, gain of about 7 yards there for the Hornets. That'll bring up 2nd and 3. I think that pre-snap motion there, when you got as much speed as we do outside, gets those inside linebackers, gets their eyes kind of going back and forth, makes it a little bit more difficult to have all your focus there in the backfield.
Holy cow, we've got another flag.
Do have another flag on the play. Looks like it'll be a sideline warning against Hilldale, their first of the game. 2nd and 6. Actually, 2nd and 4 for the Hornets. From the 44-yard line. Give is the number 22, Isaac Gonzalez. Makes a nice cut up field, and it will be good for the Hornet first down. Runs the ball up to, looks to be about the 38, 37-yard line.
And
Good.
Running the ball hard.
Yeah,
the last 2 plays, both guys have hit the hole at full speed, moving downhill. Really what you want to see. Let that offensive line get a good push and just get right in there behind him, just like he's doing right here.
Great run.
Great job.
It's like Isaac Gonzalez runs the ball down all the way to about the 5, maybe 6-yard line there for the Hornets. Good hard run, man. It's great to see him out there. You know, he had a pretty scary injury a couple weeks ago. Looked to be one, and has bounced back and is playing hard tonight, running the ball well.
And he looks like he's marked in, about the 5. So another good run right there by him. Offensive line doing a good job getting a good initial push.
Hornets are quick back up to the ball. 2nd down, give is to Gonzalez.
Looks like we have no gain right there.
Yeah,
Still
looks
at
like the ball will be at the 5-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and goal for the Hornets with 9:47 left here in our first half.
So here's what I'd like to see, and it looks like we're going to get it. We're back in that I formation. We've got Tyler McCoy in there at fullback. Comes in. Great job. So we've run that I formation twice, and it's 2 touchdowns. It's a pretty good percentage. Coach starts out to keep running that I formation.
That was a good play. You know, Tyler McCoy is one of the stronger kids we have at Hilldale, and he's athletic, he's physical, kind of all the things that you look for in a fullback.
Absolutely.
Does a good job leading there for Mr. Eric Virgil, who does get the touchdown on the play. Kick is up, and it is good for the Hornets. And that will bring the score 28-0 with 9:27 left here in our first half.
So again, I feel like I'm on repeat, but another great drive by the Hornets, minus a few penalties, just some mental errors. I mean, that's just another great drive. Offense looks good. Special teams looks good right now. Defense looks good. The coaches got to be a lot happier so far with this first half.
Sure. No, the Hornets are, I think it's always good to see. You know, they've bounced back and they are flying around, playing physical on both sides of the ball. You can tell they were ready to get the last 2 weeks behind them and move on, and let's have a successful season. Kick is up and away for the Hornets. It is fielded on about 25-yard line. Brought up to about the 32-yard line for the Indians, where they will start 1st and 10.
So, Coach, if you're Stilwell right here, obviously you want to go down and score, but do you have to abandon maybe what your game plan was and maybe start throwing the ball a little bit more just to see if you can get down the field and maybe get a quick score?
You know, I don't know their personnel well enough. I know they had a pretty good off-tackle play there early where they got some looked like kind of an outside zone concept. That they outnumbered us and made a nice block. I would say, you know, we are playing fast tonight. So the you know, the quick screens and the getting out, I'm not sure we'll be super successful. But we will try it here.
And it's just like what we talked about, Coach. Our team speed, we got our defensive end, number 13, out there making that play. that's just when you know you just have really good athletes.
Yeah, he was it's Logan Harper playing a little bit different position than what he is used to, but he is, doing what I'm sure they ask him to, which is fly around and make some plays. Looks like the Indians will come out with trips to the top. Quarterback keeper for the Indians.
And I don't know if that's a read by him. If it is, that's a great read. But if that's just a call right there of an automatic keep, that's a good call.
And something that we were talking about just a second ago, when you have a defense that is just flying around like we have been this first half, that's sometimes a good way to slow them down as you start making some read plays and having the defense have to think on their feet a little bit, which can make things sometimes slow things down a little bit. Looks like the Indians do try to throw the ball outside again. Good gang tackle there by the Hornets. Looks like he'll give them a little bit of forward motion there. Down to what looks to be about the 47-yard line.
There's a defensive lineman and either a defensive end or an outside backer over there making that play again. I know we have some of our middle linebackers and our secondary guys, but that's exactly what you want to see. You want to see guys that have got their hand down at pre-snap, hustling out and making that play.
Yep, reading the ball, finding the ball, and making a play. Single coverage down here to the bottom with Whitaker.
Blown completely up by Case and Halbin.
And it looks like that was, I think he read that one like a book. Good aggressive play there, and that's really from the, from that kind of almost, I couldn't tell if he was maybe in a 3 right there or if he was out in a 5, but made a great play there, scraping down, squeezing things down, and then making a nice tackle.
And I don't know if we've played anybody yet that's got an offensive lineman that's going to block him consistently. He's too big, but besides that, he's too fast.
He is. He's got a great first step. Really makes things difficult, especially when you're playing, pretty fast gap defense like that. Having to guess where he's going to go. Got a false start there on Stilwell Indians. Backs the ball up to the 41-yard line. Looks like it'll be 3rd and 15 for the Indians. Assume the Hornets will pin their ears back and go right here.
Oh, he's got a man that just overthrew him, and I don't.
Pass is away.
I would have lost money right there that kid could run with Jackson Whitaker, but it almost looked like Jackson got caught looking in the backfield right there.
And sometimes that happens, especially when you've seen, those little bubble screens all game long. Mm-hmm. It can be tough to play disciplined football right there. I'm sure that's something that, Jackson's a super bright kid. I bet he will lock that away, and probably not something we're going to see again this game.
No, and it looks like one of the coaches is telling him to do not get caught looking into the backfield. And there's a penalty on us. We had too many guys on the field. Brayson's going to be running for no reason, and there's going to be another penalty. And I don't know if they called that on our number 17 or on their number 88. But we had too many guys on the field. That was the first penalty. The number 17, Joey Myers, blocks his guy to the ground, and then I didn't see exactly what was happening after that. But the flag came in from the white hat about 40 yards. He's got a great arm.
Legal substitution against the Hornets. It will be declined. Holding against the Hornets will be accepted. That'll bring up 1st and 10, and we will see where they mark it.
And just frustrating, I'm sure, on the behalf of the coaches. You're going to get the ball in a pretty good field position. I mean, you're up 28-0 before half. You're going to get a chance to go up 35-0. And again, you just have another mental mistake.
Yep, you want to make these games as clean as you can make them, polish things up. Looks like Isaac Gonzalez will be in the backfield again for the Hornets. A doubles look. Good hard run there by Gonzalez. Looks like he'll gain about 3 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 7 for the Hornets from the 30. Scratch that, from the 26-yard line. Hornets are up 28-0 over the Stilwell Indians with 5:16 left here in our first half.
It is Grand Central Station over here beside
We
me.
are.
I don't know if you guys can hear that squeaking, but
We are
coming in and out.
meeting and greeting.
Great ball, great route. I don't know what happened because I thought somebody was coming in, but there's another touchdown to Logan.
I think maybe the Indians had a little bit of miscommunication on the back end, which left Logan Harper completely wide open. Good ball there by Kane and David.
Great ball.
And a good catch and run there by Logan Harper. That does take the score 34-0. 4:55 left here in our opening half.
And so maybe that penalty was planned so we could pad our stats just a little bit right there. Instead of a 50-yard touchdown pass, we wanted about a 70-yarder. But that's a great job again by the offense. The line giving David time. David quickly recognizing that there's a miscommunication in the secondary and getting it out quickly to your playmaker.
Sure. Kick is up, and it is good for the Hornets. That brings the score 35-0. 4:55 left here in our opening half. Again, great job there by the Hornets, kind of taking what the defense gives you, making the most out of it. Quick 2-play drive there.
And really enough time that your defense can get a stop, and you have a chance to get another score. And, you know, I don't know if 7 points makes a huge difference in a game like this, but what you're probably going to see in the second half, if we can get another touchdown, you're going to get to see some of those younger guys get in there, some of the twos get in, get some reps, because you never know when those guys are going to be called upon in a district game.
Sure, and yet, you know, every opportunity you got to get those guys quality reps on a Friday night is always beneficial. You know, those kids will be up here playing out here before we know it, and it's always good to see them out there getting to enjoy some quality playing time. Jackson Whitaker doing the kicking duties again for the Hornets. High pooch kick to the opposite hash. Looks like it is fielded.
Oh, wrap up right there. It's a great effort getting down.
Great job there by, it looks like we had maybe 10 and 4 in there on the tackle for the Hornets. You know, number 4, Isaiah Patterson, did a good job there, kind of keeping contained, forcing that runner to have to cut the ball back upfield, you know, where all the rest of his teammates were, and made a good tackle. Looks like the Indians will take over, 26-yard line, be 1st and 10, Stilwell.
Coach, and it looks like number 74, Caden Scholl's out. I don't know if he's been out before, but, you know, another guy that's got to give some great effort right here, and let's see what he does. He's got to be a guy, I think, that's got to come in and play well for us. Just another young man that is way too strong, gifted athletically for a big guy, and you want to see he needs to be that guy that just clogs the middle up all night.
Sure, and he's a tough guy to block. Right there we see Casey Alvin make just a great jump on that ball. I mean, I think he got back in the backfield about the same time the running back was getting it. And great effort, great jump. Tough for the lineman to be able to react like that.
Oh, absolutely. There's not many offensive tackles in high school that are going to block that kid. And they don't even block him that time. Oh, and that's a great move by that running back. That's a great move right there. Jace Walker, touchdown saving tackle.
It was. That was a good move of using his blocks there and kind of dipping in and making a good hard run. Jace Walker comes over from that safety position and makes a good job preserving this shutout so far. Good hard run, takes the ball up to the Hornet 42-yard line. Will be 1st and 10 Indians with 3:59 left here in our opening half.
And I bet we see that play again here in maybe the next just. Oh.
The pass, it looks like we had some stop routes up top out of that trips formation. The pass did go incomplete. It looks like they're trying to find a little bit of soft zone there.
Mm-hmm. and it looked like I thought we had our hands on it right there. Number 17, Joey Myers. That's kind of one of those where it just slides right through the receiver's hands, and you're getting ready to go make a tackle, and the ball's on you real quick. You don't really expect that. I mean, I think you always expect the guy to catch it, and you're going to go make a tackle.
Make a tackle, yep. Indians come out in a doubles formation.
Oh, great job.
Great job there by, it looks like number 31, Tyler McCoy, and number 18, Braden Smith do have an injured Stilwell Indian down on the play. Looks like the Indians were trying to run what looked to be maybe a counter. Looked like they were pulling that backside guard, and things got blown up a little bit.
You know, and I look down because my phone dings, and then I look up, and there are defensive linemen looking like running backs in the backfield. Sure. And that's just what team speed does for you. Yeah,
I think it's, you know, certainly if, you know, if that was a called counter play, those are a little bit more slow developing plays, and that fast defense makes those things tough to execute all the way.
And that's, you know, that's one of those things where, I mean, you've seen our defense for almost 2 quarters. You got to know something slow developing is not going to work. You're going to have to do some things that are quick. That's where they've been successful. Quick hitters, getting the ball out real quick to their receivers.
That trips to the top for the Indians. They do look to throw the ball. Makes a nice scramble to stay free, but the Hornets do close in on them. Looks like it'll be a loss of about, depending on where they make it, maybe close to 10 yards, which will be 4th and 20 for the Indians. Looks like it's going to be maybe loss of about 8 instead of 10.
And we're going to get a timeout here, Coach Blevins.
4th and long for the Indians. We do have 3 minutes, 14 seconds left here in our opening half. It looks like Coach Blevins trying to preserve a little bit of that time, see if we can get the ball back in the end zone.
And, you know, I try to watch the secondary that time just a little bit because our defensive line got in so quick also. But the secondary is doing a great job. They had 4 guys out, looked like, in the route. We have 3 back there, but nobody was open.
Mm-hmm.
So that, you know, that's going to be a little bit of a coverage sack right there. But also, I mean, again, you cannot stress enough team speed.
Sure.
That, you know, when you can just line up and you feel like your athletes are better than theirs at each position, you feel like, I mean, it just opens up a lot of things for you, offensively and defensively. So Coach Ragland, Coach Starks, I mean, they're probably pulling out things tonight that maybe they haven't used this year because they feel like at each position they've got that advantage.
Mm-hmm. Kick is up and away.
It's a good boot.
That is a good kick. Looks like Lawson will let the ball lie, and the Indians will down it on about the 18, maybe 17-yard line.
So, again, I mean, I'd love to see us just go down and score 1 or 2 plays, defense go to work again, and then maybe try to get another touchdown. But maybe just get right here, get in that I formation again, take 3 minutes and 2 seconds to go score.
Looks like we got a couple new faces there. Looks like Jax Kerr will be in for quarterback on this play. The give is to Virgil. Stop for no gain, maybe loss of 1 on the play. There is a flag on the play as well. I didn't see the call. I'm guessing a holding or an illegal shift against the Hornets. That'll be the second one of the game on that. That's something we've been doing a whole lot of pre-snap motion. You know, you got to stay disciplined and make sure we got one guy moving.
And sometimes, you know, that'll happen whenever you get a new quarterback in. The cadence is a little bit different. Even if you're still using the same cadence, it's just the way that, well, what in the world are we doing, fellas?
I don't think that we have spotted the ball yet.
I don't think so. We're wanting to move quick.
Yes.
But the referee is not moving as quick as we'd like him to. But to go back to what I was saying, you know, sometimes you get a new quarterback in there. His cadence is going to be a little bit different, maybe a little bit quicker, maybe a little bit slower than what Canaan's is. And so those offensive linemen are going to have to adjust. The skill kids are going to have to adjust a little bit.
The Hornets do look to throw the ball. Pass is complete there for number 33, Jace Walker.
Now that's a good ball right there by the freshman. That's what you want to see. You're not sure if Canaan's hurt or if it's because we're up at 35-0, but he needs to be able to come in because you never know when you're going to need him, but he needs to be able to come in and make throws like that. He needs to be able to run the offense.
3rd and 8 for the Hornets. Ooh.
Oh.
Nice completion there for the Hornets, but a great fit there by, looks like number maybe 24 by the Stilwell Indians. Good open field tackle there. Good job by Eric hanging on to the ball. Does bring up 4th and 7 for the Hornets. Like Jackson Whitaker doing the punting duties.
And I'm trying. I forgot my glasses. I didn't know I was going to be in a booth with you tonight, but I'm trying to see across the field and see if I see David anywhere over there, if he's, getting ankle wrapped or knee or if anything's going on. I don't see him over there. Wait, take that back. I do see him. It looks like he's coming out to play some defense.
Well, that'll be good. So it looks like the kick was down at the 49-yard line. Indians will take over 1st and 10. We do have, again, a couple new faces in on defense. Kanan David, number 14, playing a little bit of middle linebacker. Like Logan Harper with his hand in the ground.
He is out of bounds right there.
It looks like they're going to spot him in.
Well, what do I know? I'm just sitting up here. I can see it clearly right there.
Look like it'll be 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line for the Indians with 1 minute and 30 seconds left here in this first half. I know the Hornets are going to try to stiffen their back here and keep this shutout alive. Definitely a good football player, making a tough play, getting in some open space and getting what he can get.
And it goes back to what you're saying. When you've got defensive ends that are as quick as what we've got, and he makes a great play, gets by that tackle, gets by that back, but the quarterback just sits and makes one read. So if you don't have him squared up, then that can happen.
Yeah,
so what you want to do, and you played some of that, Coach, at outside backer end, what does he got to do right there? Oh, gosh, almost had a pick by number 33, Jason Walker.
I do think, you just want to squeeze it, slow play it, stay flat. Try to make it to where those reads aren't as quick. Kind of slow those things down. Looks like we do have a flag on the play. Personal foul. Looks like we got roughing the passer against the Hornets.
Holy cow.
I was trying to follow the ball there and didn't quite see it.
I was too.
Again, this corner down here, this booth has got us a little tight.
Coach, there's more room in a coffin. And let's just be honest. We're about shoulder to shoulder. And
we're snuggled up here.
72 degrees in here.
As you can see, 35-0, 47 seconds left here. Hornets look to keep the Indians out of the end zone. Oh, good tackle there made by number 14, Kanan David.
That's a touchdown-saving tackle right there.
That is, and the clock did not run on that play, which I think.
That's impressive.
That was a quick 1-second play.
Well.
Bring up 2nd and goal for the Indians. From what looks to be about the 6-yard line, maybe?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Tough to see that yard marker on the other side.
Yeah, I think they're maybe just inside the 6, looks like. And I don't know, Coach, you may have been the only one that noticed that the clock didn't run much right there.
Yeah, we went from 37 seconds to 36 seconds. Not to say there's a ton of time that play took, but I do think it was.
And we've had that happen at Hilldale before.
It happens everywhere.
It does.
I've been in the same boat.
It's always an equipment malfunction.
Those clocks are tough.
Especially if you get caught watching.
It is. I think that's usually the struggle. of having to stay locked in with your fingers on the buttons and not watching the game.
And we're just talking, but I catch myself like getting locked in also and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should say something right there. No, Mr. Grandstaff's got it. And they just broke the huddle. They had a guy. How is that not a penalty, Coach? You got 12 on the field. You lined up, and then you run the guy off. And the referee is throwing a flag. I mean, at every opportunity.
We do have a incomplete. We'll bring up 3rd and goal for the Indians. I'm not positive what the flag was.
No flag.
No flag.
I was asking if there should have been a flag.
Oh, okay.
They're lined up, and there's 12 guys out there. They run one off, and nothing was called. And I'm no rules expert, but I think we had 12 out there earlier and ran one off.
We did.
It
We got caught.
in a yellow flag. And that was just a 4-second play. So they've got a lot of time. And there's Ryland Nail. Somebody make it. Great job.
Great play right there for the Hornets.
And that's a much better job right there by him, just breaking down, not letting that kid make one play, because he is a quick quarterback, got a good first step, but a much better job right there by Case and breaking down and making that play.
Well, it is, and you could tell, he wasn't breaking contain, not letting them get outside, and that's really what you want to see there. Now they take a big loss. We run some time off the clock. They got 4th and goal from the 20. Even in high school, that can be a difficult field goal position if that's something that you're going to try to go for. I know the Hornets are going to fight right here, try to keep that goose egg on the scoreboard.
Absolutely. And I did want to go back to that last play. That's a great job by Ryland Nell, not letting that guy get outside. I think Ryland's an athletic kid. I don't know if he's as quick as their quarterback, but that's a great job of forcing him back inside where you've got some help.
And I think, Ryland's a big, 6'4" kid. Cason's a big kid, kind of using your length right there.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good job. Good job there by the Hornets. Good defensive stand right here.
Going to be interesting to see if maybe I
think they are going for a field goal.
They're going to kick this thing.
Try to get some points on the board.
The wind is kind of swirling. It looks like it's maybe blowing from our view from left to right.
I do think it's blowing right in our fans' face. We'll see what they got.
I'd like to see a block kick and return that baby. And it is blocked. Go get it. Go get it. Sorry, I'm yelling at you guys. Sorry. Great
Jace
job.
Walker on the
Great
recovery
job.
there for the Hornets. Brings the ball up to about the 39, maybe 40-yard line. Really two excellent plays there by the Hornet defense. You get a big-time sack there on third down. Big-time loss there, and then you go and you block a punt. Do look like we have an injured Hornet on the field.
That's number 31, Tyler McCoy.
That would be number Tyler McCoy, man, and you hate to see that. You hope that maybe it's just a rolled ankle or something like that, and hope that he'll be okay.
That looks like Jax Kerr.
Like Jax Kerr back out for the Hornets. We got Isom Smith in the backfield as well.
You got 13 seconds and 2 timeouts. We're going to throw the ball, and he is throwing it deep, but there is nobody there.
And Jax, for being a freshman, he does have a pretty big arm. That doesn't surprise me that we're going to air it out here a little bit, see if we can punch one in. 7 seconds left here in our opening half. Hornets are up 35-0 over the Stilwell Indians. 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line.
And right here before half, this might be a good time for the hook and ladder.
The H&L is always a fun one. It can be certainly useful in these.
It can, and the 11 years, 12 years I've been watching Hilldale football, I've seen the hook and ladder run successfully quite a bit.
It's a fun one. It looks like we have.
I'm not sure what we got going on right here.
Don't either. It looks like we have.
Cash Schiller coming in
for
Kobe East.
Kobe East is out. Cash Schiller is in. Not sure what the call there was. Possibly an equipment issue.
Oh, hung him out. Oh.
Pass is complete there to Logan Harper. He does make the catch. And tackling that will take us to halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, Hilldale Hornets are up 35-0 over Stilwell Indians. Good first half. We will leave the camera on and let you watch the halftime show. Again, our mics do not reach the field, and we do apologize for that, but we'll show you the best that we can. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you back in the second half. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back to start our second half. The Hornets will kick the ball off. We are up 35-0 over the Stilwell Indians. Here in Stilwell, America. A little sticky tonight, but not bad. That fall weather hasn't quite come all the way our way. It's getting there. Jackson Whitaker in to do the kicking for the Hornets. Kick is up and away. It's fielded by the Indians at the 25-yard line, bobbled a little, and it is down. Stilwell will take over. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
And a good sign right there. There was no penalty on that kickoff. I think we've had penalties on the previous kickoffs, so that's a good sign. Coach, if you're on the sideline as one of the head coaches, like we have multiple, if you're one of the coaches over there, and let's say you're the defensive coach, what are you looking for out of your defense here in the second half?
I am going to really harp on playing clean, playing fast, executing what you're supposed to do, and and let's get away from this one feeling good. We've done some great things. I think we've played with great effort tonight. We've played physical tonight. And like what we've talked about, man, we played really fast. So I think playing a clean half, maybe not as many flags flying out there. I think that's probably what I would harp on. But, the boys had a great first half. We'll see where we take off. Good pressure there by Braden Smith. Does get the sack. Looks like that'll be back maybe all the way to the – yeah, looks like about the 17-yard line. A nice play there by Braden coming off the edge there and not letting that quarterback get outside of him, making a nice tackle there.
And that's two great defensive plays by that front seven. Doing a good job. Still way behind the sticks at this point. And really this is going to play into our strength. You would think they're going to have to pass the ball. And so you think maybe one of those speed defensive ends here can get in there and get another sack.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe
and
looks like they're going
great pressure.
Going deep on this single receiver side. Had some single coverage, but Jackson Whitaker, number 12, was all over him. Great coverage there. And like what you said, great pressure there. The quarterback didn't have a lot of time to think about it, kind of had to drop back, toss it.
Absolutely no time. I intentionally watched Kason Albin that time. He just gave basically a head bob and a little jab step like he's going outside, and I don't know, that may have been the left tackle that's just now getting up. And Kason pretty much went in there untouched to the quarterback.
And
that's, for Stilwell, that's got to be frustrating because, you get behind the sticks. You already know that we're going to bring a lot of pressure. Especially on passing downs, and that's an obvious passing down right there. And I hate to say unfair, but that's just unfair to those tackles right there because you got two defensive ends that really, Braden might be able to play safety.
He is. He's a fast kid. It makes it to where you're gonna have to start doing something with him. Gonna have to start reading them or go to that bubble screen look. Punt is up and fielded by number 6, Brayson Lawson.
And we've got
on the return. And we've got another flag on the play.
We do. And that, you got to be smart right there. You like the effort by 17, Joey Myers. You like the effort that he's given, driving that guy. But you got to understand what's happening behind you. You got to know that you've got him kicked out. Brayson's going to make that read. You don't have to continue to do that. Because instead now of having the ball in Stilwell territory, we're going to back it up and really take away from a pretty good return.
Yes, and it's one of those things, it's tough for a kid. They've been taught to block till the whistle blows, but you do have to know situational awareness there. Know that the play's already ahead of you. Try to play smart there.
And that'll come with experience, but that's one of those things where you get in there, film, and I think they watch film on Sunday afternoon. But when you get in there, film, you've got to let that kid know, stop. You've done your job. You've done a good job of getting that block.
Lamarion Burton there with the jet sweep. motion. The give was to him. Takes the ball out to.
What are we doing? Here we go again. I mean, just.
And you know you're going to have some emotions, out of, probably some emotions out of Stilwell. They've had a tough half, but you want to tell our kids.
You've got to walk away.
Yeah, gotta play smart here. Got to stay in control and play hard. And
that just goes back to the mental side of the game and being disciplined.
It's a huge part of it.
And you can't make that leap from a good team to a great team by having lots of penalties, because later on this year when we play some of those teams further down the schedule that are fighting for a playoff spot also, those penalties may be the difference in a ball game.
They do make some, those are in a close game, those are tough to overcome. Looks like it is a personal foul against the Hornets. That will back the Hornets up to what looks to be the 38-yard line, where they will replay first down.
It's got to be really, really frustrating as a coach, especially the offensive coordinator. You make a great play call, and the kids execute the play exactly how you want it, and then something dumb at the end of the play causes you to go backwards.
Motion there by Jace Walker. Give is to number 1, Eric Virgil, on the play. He brings the ball up to about the 40-yard line.
What you really want to see out of him right there, you want to see him break that tackle. That's one guy. Eric's a strong enough kid that one guy should not be able to bring him down. And so that you hate to see that. What you want to see is him hit that hole a little bit harder like he did there towards the end of the first half when he was running. Break through that tackle, get up into that second level, and see if number 5, this safety, can tackle you one-on-one in the open field.
Sure. Does bring up 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 for the Hornets. Looks like we might be having a...
Not sure what in the world we're doing.
Looks like we're going to reset the play clock back to 40, I do believe. There it is. And here we go. 2nd and 7 for the Hornets. Looks like the pass is out to number 6, Brayson Lawson. Pass is complete, but he is met quickly by Stilwell defender. Hangs on to the ball. Brings up no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Looks like the Hornets will go trips to the bottom. We got Patterson, Lawson, and Burton to the bottom. Hornets do look to throw the ball.
I'll get rid of that thing.
Good blocking up front.
Go get it. He's got a man, and
that'll be pass interference.
That's a good read.
That's a good good job of Kanan getting the ball out there. Good job of Brayson making a play on it, and we get the penalty and a first down.
And that's a good job of moving outside the pocket. You don't have anything initially. And I think what's tough for high school defensive backs, when the quarterback scrambles, especially if you get caught looking into that backfield, you lose track of where that receiver is. And Kana does a good job rolling to his left, creating just a little bit of hesitation, and then finding that guy deep.
He does. He did a great job there. And, Line did a great job of protection there. Threw the ball up. Looks like swing attempt is to number 7, Lamarion Burton. He is met immediately. Looks like it'll possibly be a 4-yard loss for the Hornets, which will bring up 2nd and 14 from just about the 50-yard line.
And, you got to have better effort out there. Right there, Jace Walker. And, you can see he knew immediately, but he's got to do a much better job of at least getting his hands on that guy and giving Lamarion a chance.
David drops back, scrambles upfield. Looks like he'll get a gain of about 5 on the play. It'll bring up what will probably be 3rd and 7. So maybe more like a gain of 6 on there. Good job scrambling, stepping up in the pocket, and then going and getting what he could get. Hornets line up quickly. Trips to the bottom.
Snap that thing. They got a guy off sides. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What do we got right here?
Looks like we have
maybe
timeout.
Maybe timeout Stilwell.
Timeout Stilwell. I think the coaches there on Stilwell were a little frustrated, like they didn't have an opportunity there to sub their player back in.
And I'm not sure why he thought he had the right maybe to sub right there. You know, they had reset the ball. I didn't see anybody laying down, so they didn't have an injury. And the coach could kind of hear muffled that, you know, hey, we got to get him off the field. He's hurt, but you got to lay down, and the clock's got to stop. That official doesn't know if a kid's hurt.
Yeah, unless he's down taking a knee. That's something that you can't really.
Can't read the coach's mind.
Mm-hmm. And that's, you know, coming up to the ball and playing quick, you know. That's there can be some advantages to that for sure. Looks like the Hornets will go trips to the bottom, 3rd and 7. Looks like we've got Whitaker to the top. And
that's
like we will get a free 5.
We do that really well. Seen that, I guess, every ball game. He does a good job of mixing up his snap count and his cadence. And wait, what?
Well, I must have missed something there. I thought the same. I thought that we were going to get offsides on the defense. The call is flipped, and it will be against the Hornets, and we'll have 3rd and 13.
Again, I'm just the guest up here, so I'm not the regular, so I can have my Hilldale tinted glasses on, but there's no way that's a false start on the offense.
I didn't see the movement.
No, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, that's a great job by our offense. We've seen our guys do that a lot. Always draws those guys off sides, and now. So I want to go back to the first half when Stilwell is down about the 15. They run a receiver off and run another one on, nothing, and then we just do the same thing. We weren't huddled. We just run a guy off and on, and then the white hat throws a penalty. So I understand Coach Blevin's frustration. I'm as frustrated as he is, and I mean, I'm not on the sideline. I'm just a casual spectator that likes to come watch our kids play. But holy cow, if you don't understand the rules, or just do it fairly. If we screw up, call the penalty.
Sure.
But let's be consistent with it. I feel like I'm watching a junior high officiating crew at a high school football game.
Looks like we will have maybe a legal formation against the Hornets. That'll bring up 3rd and 20 from the 46-yard line. Hornets do go in motion there. Do look to throw the ball.
Get rid of it.
A little bit of pressure there. Kanan stays on his feet and gets upfield.
And 2 more flags.
And we'll get a couple more flags. Does gain about 4, maybe 5 on the play. Looks like we do have a Stilwell Indian down on the play.
You know, and it's hard for me to just be a non-biased observer up here. You and I, Coach, we spend the majority of our time with these kids, and so you develop a bond with those kids and a relationship with them, and sometimes you feel like you know them as well or better than their parents just because of all the time you spend with them. And then you come out on a Friday night or whatever the case may be. Maybe it's a Tuesday afternoon at the softball field, and at this point in the game, I feel like it's probably out of reach, and the officiating's not going to put them back in the game. But you just want to see it be consistent. I don't want to say be fair, just be consistent.
Sure.
And that's the frustrating part. You see that because, and I'm sure the Stilwell kids work as hard as our kids, but our kids are working hard to do the things that they need to do. What in the heck, Coach? What did we miss?
Well, I'm not.
Did he even come up? I just need to be quiet. I'm going to turn back over to you. I'm just going to say good job.
I think maybe they changed the previous call, but we did have 2 flags on that last call, but I did not see what they were. But we are now up 3rd and short.
Why? Oh, whatever it was, I like it.
The give is to Virgil.
I don't like that.
And Virgil is stopped short.
And I think you can probably hear the guys up above us in the press box. And I think there was a fumble.
I do think the ball was on the ground. I do think we've recovered it. We'll bring up 4th and 2 for the Hornets.
They did mark him down. Thank goodness.
They did mark him down, and we will be at what looks to be the 37, 38-yard line.
And it looks like we're going with the heavy set. Looks like Tyler McCoy, Wyatt Branscombe.
And it's good to see Tyler back out there. He went limping off early. Great to see him back out there. We saw this heavy set look against Broken Bow last week. We were in a 4th down situation then. Bring it back out now and get some numbers and see what we can do. Give is to Virgil.
There's a huge hole.
Good, big hole. Kind of walked across that one. Down to the 30-yard line will be 1st down Hornets.
And that's a good play right there. I'd like to see us do that again right here. Just go real quick, line up like that again, hit them with that again, and just see what happens.
And with that's tough when you got the tight end on that side, you got 2 H-backs on that side. Unless that defense is going to shift pretty dramatically far over, it's going to put the numbers in our advantage there.
Wide open.
Great route, nice throw, good ball. Catch.
Great. Oh, they marked him out.
Stepped out, but great pass and catch there. Pass does go complete to number 6, Brayson Lawson. He does make a nice move and gets upfield. They will mark him down what looks to be maybe the 6-yard line. A little difficult to see from here. Hornets line back up, look to get on the ball. Got a trips formation. Jackson Whitaker, single receiver to the top. Harper, Lawson, and Burton to the bottom. Virgil in the backfield. Give is to Virgil, and he is stopped short. We do have a flag, 2 flags on the play.
And, there's just no hole right there that time. Not sure really what happened. Tough to kind of see, but we didn't get much push right there, and they got some penetration, and just a tough go right there. Nothing really available for Eric.
Looks like those penalties will go, or the flags will go against the Stilwell Indians. Looks like it takes the ball down to about the 3, maybe 4-yard line. Be 1st and goal. Tyler McCoy in at fullback. Leading the way for Virgil.
That time.
And I think there were 2 holes that he could have picked from there. Tyler McCoy and the offensive line up front did a great job right there. And that score puts the Hornets up 41-0 over the Stilwell Indians. 5:24 left here in the 3rd quarter.
And so just as a mental note here, Coach, we'll have to let Coach Starks know on Monday. We're 3 for 3 out of the eye. 3 plays, 3 touchdowns. I really like it.
We have run well out of it. It's good to see those big bodies get in there, play physical, run downhill. Great job there by the Hornets. Kick is up, and it is good by Mr. Whitaker. That puts the score at 42-0 in favor of the Hornets over the Stilwell Indians. 5 minutes and 24 seconds left here in our 3rd quarter. And Jackson Whitaker line up on the hash. Looks like we take the same approach that we've been taking. We're kind of kicking hash to hash with that high pooch kick. Looks like they've been fielding at about the 25-yard line. We got a few guys there on the far side. Lamarion Burton, Isaiah Patterson. They've been putting a lot of pressure on that return man, make a good solid catch.
And I'd like to see him, because I think because of his soccer background, I'd like to see him just pooch it right over number 58 there and see if we got somebody there, number 20, 28, 24, 18. Oh, right there. Just
right
go
there.
get it a little bit farther.
Looks like we got a fair.
Oh, holy cow.
Yeah, we did have a fair catch call there, and we did not honor that. And that call will go against the Hornets. And you hate to see that. That's a player protection, player safety thing right there. Gotta have your head up and watching out for that.
It's tough because the goal of those guys is to get down there and cover that. They're going to try to get that ball. He's going full speed. It's tough to slow down at times, but like you said, you do have to have your head up. See that hand go up for the fair catch, and you've got to peel off immediately.
Yeah. And you want your players flying down there, but you got to be in control, being able to.
And it looks like the young man's okay. I mean, he's not down on the field. He's come off. The officials are huddled up. I don't know that I've seen a targeting call in high school.
I have not yet. We will see what the call is for the Hornets.
And I wonder if it's the same as like college. Obviously we don't have replay, but if they do call it targeting, is that one of those things where he's ejected also?
I don't know that, to tell you the truth. We will see what the call is. Flag does go against the Hornets. Do have a personal foul targeting against the Hornets.
Oh, he did it. He did eject it.
That player is ejected.
And I don't know.
I didn't see who
the number is.
I did not see who it was either. I think it was possibly. I saw number 25 over there. I saw number 20 over there.
Number 4 was over there.
Yeah, I did not see who made the actual hit.
I didn't either. And I don't see a replay TV here in the press box at Stilwell, so we're probably not going to know who that is till after the ball game. The main thing, you hate that for our kid, but you also, Coach, I think it's number 4. It looks like Isaiah Patterson is jogging off the field and headed to the locker room. You hate to see that for our kid because I don't, Isaiah, like we know him, he's not a mean kid. He's not somebody that's going to maliciously and there's our third pick. And Logan Harper got him one, and he just got thrown down, grabbed by his face mask, then his shoulder pads, but. Just to finish up my thought with Isaiah, not a malicious act by him. He's not that kind of kid. He's a good kid, and so you hate to see that he's got to go to the locker room. But it's good to see that the kid from Stilwell is up and he's okay.
Sure. Again, an interception there, tip, and Logan Harper came up. Logan's had a big game, couple touchdowns, interception, played well defensively. He's really come out and had himself a ball game.
He has. And you like to see that. You like seeing kids that are playing hard get rewarded. And he's playing hard on both sides of the ball. And, I know he's had a good offensive game, but I would say I've been more impressed with him defensively because I don't think we've seen him on defense this year, have we? Tonight's the first night.
Well, I think we've seen him some spot play, but, man, he's playing just about every down on both sides and giving a ton of effort. Brayson Lawson, number 6 in motion. Give is to number 16, Isom Smith. He gets a gain of about, looks like 4 on the play, maybe 5. Bring up 2nd and 6 for the Hornets. We do have Logan Harper at the bottom. We got Burton, Lawson, and Whitaker to the top. Pass is to number 7, Lamarion Burton. Good cut. got a couple yards there. That's a tough play. Made a couple guys miss and got what he could. Brings up 3rd and 4 for the Hornets. 4 minutes, 32 seconds left here in our third quarter. Trips to the bottom. Single receiver to the top. Isom Smith in the backfield for the Hornets.
And again, looks like we changed our cadence up, maybe trying to get those guys to jump. See the field. Oh.
And he does get the ball away, doesn't take a sack right there. Brings up 4th and 4 for the Hornets.
That's a tough play, too, because it didn't look like anybody was really coming open right there. And he's, patient, and then pocket starts to collapse a little bit, does a good job of getting outside.
And it's tough there when we got trips to the bottom, and he's kind of forced up to the single receiver side. Doesn't have a lot of options up there.
Yeah.
Kick is away. Ooh, another nice roll. Looks like it's going into the end zone for the Hornets. It will be touchback, where the Stilwell Indians will take the ball on the 20. We'll see another look at the Hilldale defense.
And Coach Ragland and his staff there on the defensive side have got to be really impressed with what they're seeing tonight. Just the effort, if you just go by that alone, effort-wise, just looks so much better. Rotating a lot of guys in. And, you look out now, and there are a ton of new jersey numbers out there right here. And it looks like, too many. But what you want to see here, I think, if you're Coach Ragland and his side of the ball, you want to see these guys giving that same effort.
Sure, flying around, making some plays, being physical, playing clean. Looks like we got trips to the bottom for the Indians. They do look
that's a good play right there.
Little seam pass there, sit down right there behind the linebackers. And that's kind of what we talked about earlier when we got our ends and our outside linebackers, playing real aggressive. Sometimes you can find that little pocket right behind them.
And it looks like we still got the two guys that started there, middle linebacker, Cottrell and Easer there in the middle. And then rotated a few of those other guys in.
Got 25, Hunter Rouse. Got number 20, Gunnar Kemp in there. Number 32, 81. Got some new guys. Great job there.
By number 32.
Absolutely. Playing
by number 51.
Playing real physical right there. Coming up hard, making a play. Bring up 2nd and 15 for the Indians. We do have 2 minutes and 37 seconds left here in our third quarter. Stilwell comes out, trips to the bottom. Hornets make a quick adjustment, and a nice play by Michael Easer there. Now, I think the Hornets may have been a little caught offside with the run up quick to making a play.
It looked like we subbed a guy in too, and I think that may have been something, just trying to make sure that the new guy got lined up where he's supposed to be.